Welcome to Gino's Comic to Comic Podcast. Here's your host, Gino.
Thanks, Todd. This is episode 22. And before we get into anything else, I want to remind you about the Rock Comedy Show. I was on, if you didn't get a chance to see it, I was on episode 2, season 2, episode 2. It premiered last Wednesday. I don't think you can see it at the rockcomedy.com any longer, but you can if you go to my Facebook page. It is up there. That's Gino at Gino Comedy on Facebook. You can also get this podcast. You can get the stupid joke of the day that we post every day. So tonight, episode 3 is premiering, and you can get that at rockcomedyshow.com at 9 o'clock tonight, and it'll be every night at 9 o'clock. They'll air that on that website. And tonight you have Stefan Braxton, Dean 2000, and the headliner is the Queen of Pittsburgh Comedy, Samantha Bentley. So you want to check that out. And then next week on the 15th at 9 o'clock, they will air episode 4. All right, so, and go back and check out mine too. We got, I think there's like 6,500 views on that thing so far. So thanks for everybody who viewed, and if you haven't checked it out, check it out. It was a fun-ass time, and I got to be the headliner, finally. Okay.
I like that little vignette they did where you're walking and...
Oh, yeah, they did a little interview thing with me. Pretty cool.
Down inside the head of Gino. I like that.
Yeah, it was a little scary, but yeah. It was really cool. I felt like I was big time for a minute. Pretty awesome. All right, so the next thing we have to do is we have to introduce our co-host, Bubby. Oh, wait, he's not here. All right, so for those of you who think that Bubby, for the second time, was a no-call, no-show and I fired him, you'd be wrong. His son is playing football, and they've decided to schedule their football games on Wednesdays. So for the next few podcasts, we're going to be Bubby-less. And I know, ladies, everyone needs a Bubby. But we're going to have to be Bubby-less for a little while. So Todd put his handsome-ass picture up there. So since Bubby's not here, I'm going to have to do the segment that we gave him, and mostly we gave him this segment because he fucks it up every week, and it's tremendous. Yeah. So I will not try to fuck it up as he doesn't try either. But so the segment we give him, it's Stupid Joke of the Week. So if you're not familiar, like I said, on my podcast, on my page, we post Stupid Joke of the Day every day, and then I go back and look at the last couple weeks, and I pick the best one, and then we do it right here for Stupid Joke of the Week. Now, remember, these jokes, the idea is so stupid that they're funny, okay? About third grade level, that's where I like them, okay? So the Stupid Joke of the Week this week is, so a woman, her young son is in the bathroom, and he's in the bathroom for a while, and she gets concerned, so she finally pushes the door open a little to see what's going on, and he's sitting on the toilet smacking himself on the head. So she pushes the door, but she goes, "What's going on in here?" And he goes, "Mom, I can't get the poop to come out." She goes, "Okay, son, but why are you smacking yourself on the head?" And he says, "Because it works on ketchup bottles." Get it? All right, so that's Stupid Joke of the Week. And now that we got through that, I can't wait anymore. Let's bring our guest in. I wanted to have this guy on for a while, and we finally made it happen. He's a friend of mine. He's one of Pittsburgh's best stand-up comedians. Been doing this for a long time. He's helped me a great deal. And with nothing further, I give you the Brad Ryan.
Thank you, Gino. Thank you, Todd, for having me here. If I could remove one word from your last statement, it would be best. I'm one of Pittsburgh's comedians. It is great to be here. I will tell you, you're without Bubby the next few weeks. I'll be Bubby's backup, and I'll even let you call me Neil O'Donnell.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, Neil O'Donnell sucks, but okay. I'd rather you be Cordell, but all right.
But thanks for having me here. I love the studio. This is cool. I can't tell you the last time I seen paper Playboy centerfolds hanging up on a wall. You people can't see that, but you got to trust me. I think there's Miss 1992.
Harry Bush.
But thanks, guys.
No problem. So how's things going for you in the comedy scene, Brad?
Things are starting to pick up. You know, you know as well as I know. Like last year was so messed up.
Yes.
I was on my way to my biggest year in 16 years of comedy for paid shows and appearances at clubs when everything derailed, and you know, it's only now slowly starting to pick up. I mean, hey, here I am, vaxxed and waxed. Vaxxed because I got my second shot, and waxed because of the recent manscaping. So I'm vaxxed and waxed and ready to go. But things are starting up again. Slowly, the new virus. I'm in a new band. It's called the Delta variant.
I like that.
Yeah, our first single just went viral. Come out and check us out on the Socially Distant tour.
See, that's the kind of shit I like. So Brad and I, we were supposed to do this show together, and I don't remember what happened, but nobody showed up or something, and we were sitting at the bar waiting for the show, and he was just killing me. He was trying out some jokes on me while we were sitting there, and he was just killing me. So when the guy came over and said, "Look, I'm really sorry. I don't know what happened, but I guess people got the dates mixed up or something." So we're walking out the door, and Brad stops to talk to somebody, and these two young ladies walk in the door, and they go, "So the comedy show's canceled." And I said, "Yeah, you have to talk to Joe." And she said, "Well, tell me a joke." And I said, "Well, that ain't really how I work. Like, I don't do single jokes. I try to explain to her. I do like sets. I'd have to tell you the whole damn set for any of it to make any sense." I go, "But hold on a second." And I go, "Hey, Brad, come here." And she goes, "What are you doing?" And I said, "He's warmed up already." Like, I go, "Watch this." I go, "Brad, tell him a joke." And you told him about 3 or 4 jokes in a row that just killed him.
I can't.
And I go, and she goes, "Oh my God, he's funny." And I said, "Told you."
Now, where's my money?
He dug me out of a hole on that one because I couldn't. You were ready to go.
You know what? I see. That's the thing about comedy. So many people are. There's so many different styles of comedy.
Yeah.
You have the storytellers, the bits. I've always been a fan. I have some longer bits, but I'm a fan of simple one-liners. People ask you all the time when you do comedy, "Who's your favorite comedian?" Well, I stumbled into comedy. I didn't like grow up watching comedy. I didn't grow up wanting to be this person or that person, or even, I mean, I took a class at CCAC for God's sake. And but I'll have to say one of my favorite comedians is the deceased Mitch Hedberg.
Yes.
His deadpan one-liners.
Mm-hmm.
I just love that. So I'm a fan of the jokes.
Yes.
You know, tell me a joke.
See, I like a little bit of everything. I like everything that you said. I like the one-liners. I like the storytellers. I like a little bit of everything. As long as it's funny, I like a little bit of everything. Like, I like Stephen Wright.
Mm-hmm.
And my favorite comedian is Robin Williams, and Stephen Wright and Robin Williams are nothing alike. But I like them both. They're just different.
You know who I hated when he was on TV and had a show, but I absolutely love and admire as a comedian right now, is Christopher Titus.
Oh, I don't know him.
Hilarious. Yeah.
From the Titus Show. He goes up and he does one-man shows. He doesn't do just a 45-minute set. He does a 90-minute set. One of his first special his special that won me over and made me a fan was called Norman Rockwell is Bleeding. And do you remember Hank Stewart? You know Hank?
Yeah.
Who moved back to Ohio.
He's in near Cleveland area.
Yeah, the last time Christopher Titus was at the Improv, I hadn't gone to the Improv to see a comedian in years, and Hank and I went to see Christopher Titus's show. It was, I mean, the country was in chaos. It was called Amerigeddon, the show, you know, because of the election that year and everything, and Hank became a fan of Christopher Titus.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like a little bit of everything. So, all right. So, I don't know if you know how this works here. So, what we have coming up now is we have a 5-question segment, and these are the heavy-hitting world-changing topics, the stuff that people really want to know. These will determine whether you can or can't run for president in the future. And so be careful how you answer these, because you could really polarize a nation right now with some of your answers. So the very first question we have for you is Red Lobster or Joe's Crab Shack?
Red Lobster or Joe's Crab Shack? I think I'm going to go with Big Red. Simply, well, for a number of things. Joe's Crab Shack sounds like a public restroom where you're going to pick up some sort of parasitic STD little monster on your balls. I mean, I do like the ruggedness of Joe's. They roll out the paper on the table, give you hammers you can bash and you can crash and smash. But I can't get past the Crab Shack part of it. Like, I squat on the toilet when I go there. But Red Lobster, I mean, you got Cheddar Bay biscuits, you know, and
Absolutely.
I'm a seafood buff. I love anything seafood.
Me too.
But you know, I'm 54. I grew up on Red Lobster, and it was always a big treat. So that's why I'll have to go with Big Red.
I'm totally with you. To me, Joe's Crab Shack is like a poor man's Red Lobster. Like, they try to be like Red Lobster, but it's kind of like I don't know, it's kind of like a warehouse version of Red Lobster. So I don't, plus the waitresses are hotter at Red Lobster, which bumps it up a notch for me.
Yeah,
It might be the outfit, I'm not sure. The black pants with the white dress shirt, it's pretty hot.
I can't get the Cheddar Bays out of my head to envision her cleavage.
Oh my God, those are amazing. And you could buy those in the store now and make them at home. I haven't tried it, so I don't know if they come out as good, but they have them at the store. You can buy the Cheddar Bay biscuit mix.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind next time on that
those
Market
things are
District.
amazing. I love when they bring the basket over and set them down.
So since we're on the same page with Red Lobster, I don't know what you get there, but when you get your pick of shrimp, what type of shrimp do you pick? Choose.
That's a tough. Like, I don't.
Fried, broiled,
Fries probably.
scampi.
See, I like them all.
Coconut Bay, biatches.
Yeah, I'm not that crazy about the
Coconut shrimp?
I'll eat them, but I'm not crazy.
Okay.
When they do that, all you can eat endless shrimp thing, oh
Yeah.
my God! And they have about 5 or 6 different kinds, and you can get them all twice. And I try to eat them all twice anyway. That's what I do. But I like them all. Like, the fried's tremendous. That might be. I don't know. The shrimp scampi's really good too, though.
I've learned and acquired a fondness for anything coconut, and so I actually like the coconut.
So you like Mounds and Almond Joy?
Yeah, but
can't stand either one of them.
I'd prefer freaking.
So we agree for once.
What?
I'm not a coconut guy either.
No, I mean.
Oh yeah.
This is the first time Todd and I have agreed about food.
We fight about pineapples all the time.
Yes. Because I alienated half my viewers in the very beginning of this podcast when I said I like pineapple on my pizza, and he can't stand it. It was the first time he talked on here when he goes.
The wife got mad at me the one day. She made these like Caribbean tacos, chicken tacos, and the sauce was like a pineapple sauce. And you know when you bite into something, you think you're eating like a taco, like
Right.
I bit into it, and then like I spit it across the. She was so pissed. I was like, "What the fuck is this? This is pineapple."
So, well, do you like pina coladas?
No.
Because I cook. One of my absolute most amazing and not favorite but popular original recipes I make this. I call it pina colada pepper shrimp, and I fry the shrimp in coconut oil for the colada coconut part of it, and I stir in crushed pineapple like you get on your pizza. And,
That doesn't sound bad, actually.
but then I finish it off with a sweet pepper sauce.
Ooh,
So it's not.
That sounds kind of good.
So
actually.
it's pina colada pepper shrimp. So it's not like you're drinking a beach drink and eating shrimp. You know, it has a little bit
You love a kick to
of a
it.
zap to it. Yeah.
That sounds pretty good, actually. We're going to have to try. Me and Todd are going to be over for dinner, Brett. All right, so my next question, we stayed with food on the second question. The second question is brats or kielbasa?
Brats. Because if I have to write my order down, it's easier to spell. No, I love them both, but I like brats / brats. There is a little girl's popular doll called Bratz. You know, that helps me lean towards the Bratz side, because I like little girls. I won't even get into the explanation there, but I prefer. I like brats. They're more German. What's the brand that I really like? They have cheddar brats.
Yeah, that's the one.
Johnsonville.
I was going to say,
yes, Johnsonville.
That's why I like brats the best, because they have cheddar brats. And
Johnsonville
tremendous.
brought me from the realm of kielbasa to the realm of brats.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, those cheddar brats are amazing. Was it the beer brat or stadium brats or something? They're really good too, but the cheddar brats fantastic.
The caramelized onions and.
Mm. Now you're talking.
I'm on a diet. You're killing me.
I know. That's just what I do. I'm terrible if you're trying to watch what you eat. I'm not
You
the
leave
guy
and
hanging
I
around.
go upstairs and raid the fridge.
What are you kidding? We're going out. Trying to find some brats. We're going to the Red Lobster and see if they have brats.
Yeah. You know what? Joe's does the boil thing where they mix up sausage with like little hunks of corn on the cob and clams and shit. They throw that stuff in it.
Somebody message me and tell me what time Joe's closes. So we can always Google it. All right. So my third question for you is, what was your favorite road trip?
Favorite road trip. You know, I was married. It's a toss-up. 3 years ago, this October, actually, I was bummed out. I was just at an all-time low, and I did this bucket list road trip with my dogs. I took 4 dogs, and we bounced around the Florida Keys for 12 days.
Oh, nice.
I camped on an uninhabited island for 4 days. I lost my boat to Hurricane Michael because of the storm surge. I did comedy twice in Key West, and me and my little dogs bounced around I bought a lobster permit and caught lobster. I didn't need Red Lobster. I was my own Red Lobster. Yeah.
You were Kramer on Seinfeld.
I have my cool. I have cool pictures and videos of the trip, but so I didn't think of that. I had it already set in my head. I was going to tell you, when I was married, my ex-wife and I, we had 4 different dogs at the time, and we rented an RV and bounced around New England, spending 7 of the 10 days in Maine. And I love Maine. I love coastal Maine. I love inland Maine. We rafted the Kennebec River. I got food poisoning the first batch of clams I had. I mean, but it was, those 2 road trips were the most memorable road trips of my life. Me and my dogs, and me and my wife and our dogs, ex-wife.
Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, I mean, it was cool. We started off in Lower Massachusetts, went to Plymouth Plantation near Plymouth Rock, and it's the old Plymouth Plantation, kind of like restored and recreated, and you had all those weirdos dressing for the period and taking on the roles of the different people.
Like the Renaissance Festival.
And you'd be like, hey, can you take a picture with my cell phone of she and I? And they're like, what is a cell phone, sir? You know, what is that magic you wield?
That's pretty crazy.
But yeah, whale watching. Yeah, it was pretty cool. And then I caught a shark on the island and in the Keys with my dogs. My last night on the island. Did comedy twice in Key West. So those were my 2 most favorite road trips.
Oh, that sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
I once drove with the ex-wife. We drove to Gulfport, Mississippi from here. It was like 21 hours or something like that. And I was smoking a joint like every 3 hours on the ride down there and the ride back to stay awake. And that was a good time. But my favorite road trip, I think, is my father and I In 1989, when my dad was still alive, he was a diehard Notre Dame fan, but he'd never been to a game, and I was able to. And they're really hard to get tickets. You can't just buy tickets to Notre Dame. You got to know somebody or alumni. So I was able to pull some tickets, and in '89, him and I drove to South Bend, Indiana, and stayed overnight and went to a game. And it was Jerome Bettis and Ricky Waters, were freshmen.
Wow.
They were freshmen on the Notre Dame team, and they were on the punt return unit, and Jerome Bettis was the up back blocking for Ricky Waters.
Wow.
And Ricky Waters returned a punt that game, 98 yards. At the time, it was the longest punt return in Notre Dame history.
Wow.
Lou Holtz was the coach then. It was tremendous. But they had friggin' what the hell is that? Oh, I can't. The breakfast sandwich with the fucking hollandaise sauce and the eggs Benedict. They had eggs Benedict in the school cafeteria. Now, I went to Clarion University, okay? Our best breakfast at Clarion was egg beaters and tater tots. But at Notre Dame, they had eggs Benedict for breakfast. It was you could tell you're in a different place.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was tremendous.
At any point, did you guys chant Rudy, Rudy?
No,
Rudy?
I don't even know if that movie was out yet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That might have been before the movie. I love that movie, by the way. But
I forgot another favorite road trip of mine was when I took her body out and buried it. But I can't tell you anymore.
You can't tell us where you went or
details.
anything.
No,
Yeah. You don't even want to tell us how long it took to get there.
What do you think about the? They're trying to make the mascot offensive now. They've already got rid of the Cleveland Indian.
The leprechaun?
Yeah.
How's the leprechaun
I don't
offensive?
know,
To
'cause
who?
Irish people don't get offended.
To who?
They just fight.
Yeah, I'm Irish. How is it? It's not. We're not offended by it. We created it.
I don't know. Cancel
It's
culture's
called
going after
they're called the
leprechaun.
Fighting Irish.
I know.
I'll shove that football up your arse.
Do you know how many people have that tattoo on them?
Yeah, who's offended by that?
I don't know. It's the latest one. They're
Yeah,
going
that
after.
ain't gonna fly. With
Irish
it.
people don't care about
No, we like that shit.
Yeah, I'm all for the amicable Irish.
Yeah, I don't.
Let's go amicable Irish. Politically correct Irish.
Yeah, I don't know who'd be offended by that. That's so stupid. People are offended by everything. By the way, if you're easily offended, probably not the podcast for you to be watching. So, all right. So you already know that, though. All right. So our fourth question, and I have no idea what you're going to say to this, but I can only imagine you probably have something interesting to tell us. Is what's the worst job you've ever had?
Probably a hand job, and she had leprosy. I got it cleared up eventually. I was out of the dating loop for a while. The worst job I have had. I was a UPS driver for 24 years. It was a difficult job, but it paid quite well. I had really good benefits. But I would say the worst job I had, the best job, or one of the most unique jobs I had, I was a whitewater river guide for several seasons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got paid to take people whitewater rafting on the Cheat River and on the Youghiogheny River in Ohiopyle.
Oh, cool.
And that was a cool job. It was a lot of responsibility and a lot of demands, a lot of hard work, and it didn't pay well. But in my part-time years at UPS, one year I took a part-time job. Have you been? When was the last time you guys been to airports? An airport.
Been a while.
Have you ever seen smart carts? They're the coin-operated luggage carts. Like
Oh, yeah.
you put money in, you get this cart, you wheel your luggage from where you walk in to your gate or whatever, and then if you take the cart back and run it through the rack, you get a quarter back. And I don't mean like Neil O'Donnell or Cordell Stewart. I mean you get like an actual quarter back, returned to you.
Like Aldi's.
Yes.
So I was a cart wrangler for Smart Cart at the Pittsburgh airport for a while. And, obviously I'm like, I think at the time I'm like 21. I'm working part-time at UPS in the middle of the night. So I'm just trying to make pocket money. But like one of the big things was a lot of people didn't care about taking the cart back, running it through and getting the quarter. So these carts were scattered all over the parking lots, all over the airport. And it got into this like bloodthirsty competition between me and baggage handlers and other people who worked at the airport to go out and get these carts. Because I'd go home sometimes with like $15 worth of quarters in my pockets on top of my paycheck there. But I'd have to say that was my worst job. It was cool working at the airport, the old Pittsburgh airport pre 9/11.
Yeah.
But we literally were out there racing around and fighting for quarters.
They need to come up with something like that for those stupid scooters you see all over the city.
Those things are ridiculous.
They're everywhere.
And people just leave them anywhere.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. Don't you have to take it back to where you got it?
I guess whenever your time's up, you got to put it in a respectable parking places, but these dickheads are just leaving them.
Yeah, they're leaving them. I saw one on the sidewalk and one like 6 feet away on the street.
Yeah.
Like, do they just run out of charge? How do they get them back? Like,
I don't know.
no, seriously.
That's
know.
a young person thing.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
But they're annoying as shit.
How many
have a
points are they
car.
worth if you get one with your car?
I don't know. But if I see one, I think I'm going to run it over. That'd be irritating. The worst job I ever had was, I think it lasted like 2 or 3 days. It was at a self-service gas station. I was the guy in the little booth. And this was before everything was prepaid. So people could just come. So you had to watch the pumps. And the guy that was training me, I mean, I think it was only like my second day. He's supposed to be training me, and he goes, "Hey, are you okay? I got to run home for like an hour or something." And he was gone for like 2 or 3 hours, and he didn't leave me any change. So like, I had a line at the thing. I had to like get. Can you give them like the $1 worth of quarters? I had to do shit like that to make it. And I guess while all that happened, somebody ran off for like $20. So when at the end of the day, when they counted my drawer was $20 short. And when I went in the next day, they fired me. I'd only been there like 2 days or something. That was probably the worst job I ever had.
Not hand.
No. All of the ones I've got have been pretty good, but I only go to the one place. So She's
including me.
Oh yeah, you were.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
very good. Yes.
I moisturize.
That's all that matters. Todd's hands are kind of rough, but it's still a good time though. All right, so our final question, and I have no idea where you're going to go with this, is what's the biggest woman you've ever been with?
Are you talking about like the strap-on she used, or
You can tell us whatever
size?
you want, both.
No, actually, I'm going to surprise you with this one. Like, I'm a slender guy. I've always been slender, and I've always liked petite women. And
You never drunken one time? Went huge?
no, and I'm being honest. I mean, I was married. She was kind of petite. I didn't do much dating in my 20s. My 20s were lame until my divorce, and I discovered online dating. But, I mean, my last several relationships were with kind of petite, natural women, and that's kind of what I like. I will, in terms of big in regards to being tall, a 6-foot Russian girl I met online, but she was very slender. But so, like, I mean, that's really my honest answer, and nothing of shock value there.
I can save it. You want me to save it?
Save it.
You ready for it?
Redemption.
I don't know.
I called her tummy twat. She was huge. Not like when I was single, you had steak that you brought around good company, your friends and everything. And then you could have peanut butter and jelly or hot dogs other nights, and no one else saw that. Just you,
Right.
midnight, whatever.
Right. Yeah, you don't bring her around your friends.
So
I
this
got
girl had a very pretty face, but she was huge. And I broke my own rule because I always had the rule when I was dating, never date a girl who wore bigger pants than me. That was my rule. I broke it. She had a pretty face, pretty eyes. So like we're going to Pond Town, and I'm giving my best moves. Nothing, not a nothing, not a sound,
no.
nothing. She just laid there with her eyes shut. Come to find out, I didn't even get it in. In the little
The fold.
the faux pas between. It was all sweaty, I guess, and it felt. And I strapped up because you don't go raw dog for peanut butter and jelly and hot dogs. You know what I mean? So like I wasn't sure what I was feeling down there anyway because I was strapped up. And yeah, so I called her tummy twat because.
Todd was like, I can feel your clit.
And then
And she's like, it's my belly button.
when it was over, she must have felt bad for me. She goes, "Oh, that was amazing." I was like bringing out my best moves, the jackhammer. I was like, full, like my best shit. Nothing.
Oh my God! See, I have a rule too. My rule is 3 pounds per square inch. I won't go over 3 pounds per square inch. So what that means is, for those of you bad at math, if she's 5 foot tall, she has to be 180 pounds or less. So, which isn't too bad. It's not like huge. That's pretty big for a 5 foot tall girl, but that's it. So I make them get on a scale, and then I do the height. They have a thing on the wall, on my bedroom wall. They just stand against, and it measures their height. And yeah, over 3 pounds per square inch. No,
Can I get up and do this?
I don't
thought
know.
you were talking about square inch of your penis, 3 pounds per square.
I was a little too close to that, Gino.
we should have talked about
He
content
liked
before
it a
we
little
did
bit,
this.
Todd.
Why can't the lesbians do that?
Exactly. Well, the one did. The other rule I have is, so my bar, as we've talked about, my bar's really low. My bar's lying on the ground. If she's so fat that she can't lift her foot up high enough to step over the bar, then I won't bang her. But if she can slide her feet over my bar, then I'll still do
But
it.
then you don't need a bed. If they're big enough, you don't need a bed. They're like a trampoline. Right?
That's true. Hole's a hole.
Just
Who am
take
I
your
kidding?
shoes off and.
Any of you guys do the online dating thing?
Oh,
I
king.
did,
I'm the
yeah.
king of online
I
dating.
They used to introduce me at the Funny Bone as the king of online dating.
That's where I met my wife.
Yeah, that's where I met your wife too.
Did you? She's a chubby chaser. You're too skinny.
I was the appetizer. But I mean, I love it when a woman puts like, you see her picture and she has herself described as average. It's like, yeah, average NFL linebacker.
We've talked about it on here. Is what they do is they go one step down from what they really are. So if they say average, they're really a few extra pounds. If they say they're a few extra pounds, they're really big and tall. If they say they're big and tall, don't go anywhere near them because they're fucking huge.
And then they'll be like, oh, I love animals. Yeah, ribs and wings. They were once animals.
Yes. So that was our 5-question segment. And now we got my favorite segment.
Oh wait, I'm messing up my job here.
You are. I got my favorite segment of the show because I thought of it. Todd, tell Brad what time it is.
It's time for bitch slap or bang.
Bitch slap
All
or
right,
bang.
so what we do here is I will give you a choice of 2, and you will tell us which one you'd bitch slap, which one you would bang, and most importantly, why. So they're not real people. So they could be anything from, we've done cartoon characters, movie characters, and today they are movie characters.
Ooh.
So your choices are Kat from the Hunger Games or Sarah Connor.
Sarah Connor bang.
Sarah Connor bang and
Yeah, I
bitch
grew up
slap
in the
Kat.
80s. Sarah Connor was nude Sarah Connor was nude in The Terminator. Kat, we didn't get to see anything of until her cell phone footage leaked years later. Jennifer, what's her name?
Lawrence.
Yeah, Lawrence. So I'd have to say, growing up in the 80s, I mean, Sarah Connor, I mean, you got to see those tiny little boobies and nipples in the movie. So I'm going to go with there.
That's what did it for you?
Yeah.
You in agreement with this, Todd?
I don't know, because I think you're screwed either way with Sarah Connor if you bang her or you bitch slap her.
I think so too.
Because she saved the friggin' world. She birthed John Connor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Crease.
But Kat's way hotter.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, but you know what? Like Sarah Connor, like she traveled back and forth from the future, so she probably wouldn't do me anyway because she probably knew it would suck.
well, all girls would do it. No, it's gonna suck. That's tummy twat.
That's hysterical.
No, I don't. I think I would go with Lawrence, bang, bitch slap, Sarah Connor, and take the beating.
Well, see, that's the thing, and we've talked about that on here, is the one thing that a lot of guys don't think about when they're making this decision is because we're guys, all we think about is who we want to bang. What we don't think about is how tough the bitch slap's going to be. I could take Kat, I'm pretty sure. But Sarah Connor might kick the fuck out of me if I try to bitch slap her, which makes me lean toward banging Sarah Connor. But I'm thinking,
but she might beat your ass having sex.
Yeah, but it might be a good. That might be a good time though.
I think I could handle Sarah Connor from the original Terminator because her badass didn't come out until Terminator 2.
Until the second one. Yeah.
Yeah, she would have
But
probably.
I don't know. I'm kind of torn here, but I'd rather bang Kat, but I don't want to bitch slap Sarah Connor. So I don't know what I would do there.
Like Brad's point, Terminator 1, Sarah Connor.
Yeah.
What's the latest one? The newest one? She's a train wreck.
Yes.
She has a deep voice.
Yeah, she's a mess.
Saggy boobs.
I mean, I'd still do it, but she's a mess. Oh, man. All right, Brad, you got anything you want to promote?
Oh, I thought we were doing more bitch slap or.
No, we only do one.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we could do more if you really want to, but
Yeah, I thought you were going to bring up Glinda the Good Witch from Wizard of Oz. And somebody, Sigourney Weaver from Aliens.
Well, what about the good witch or the bad witch? Bad witch was ugly as fuck.
The nose.
See,
That's a good call, because Glinda was hot.
now I'm thinking of the musical Wicked, and I was totally digging the Bad Witch in the musical Wicked.
It should be pointed out that when he said that, Todd and I both looked at him like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I was going to the Wiz.
If you counted all the musicals that Todd and I have seen,
None.
yeah, it'd be zero.
Wasn't Diana Ross the witch in the Wiz?
That was the Wiz.
Yeah, the Wiz.
I have no idea.
That's a good name.
I've never gone to see a musical. It should be pointed out that until now, Todd and I thought Brad was straight. Todd and I are.
I am, guys. Stop it. You're being mean. My favorite movie and my favorite soda pop is Brokeback Mountain Dew.
The fact that you pulled out the musical version of Wizard of Oz scares me a little.
Do you know, for 2 years, I've been working on writing a Broadway musical based on Gilligan's Island. I'm serious. I've written songs.
Play the skipper.
I like Gilligan's Island, but the fact you want to make it a musical is a little frightening. Are you just going to come out of the closet right here on the podcast, or what are we doing here?
No, I'm going to wait until after the show and we play Spin the Bottle.
Online dating Grinder. The king of Grinder?
See, I don't know what Grinder is.
Oh, it's for gay guys.
I don't know how Todd knew that because I didn't know what that was. How do you know what that is?
Oh.
He's
Made that mistake.
He's the master grinder.
Todd just made that mistake once.
I'm actually in Warren, Ohio at the Warren Moose this Saturday, so I doubt anybody's going to drive to Warren,
Well,
Ohio.
if you're in Ohio, I get some people from Ohio to watch this. If you're in Ohio, check it out.
And I'm at Patsy's in Newcastle, next week or the following Saturday. I have a show at some VFW in October, and this is what I'm excited about because this is like comedy really coming back. I'm booked. I have a night or a weekend at the Funny Farm in Youngstown in November.
Oh, nice.
So it's nice to just be getting anything to get out and scrape the rust off again.
Yep.
You know, honestly, I screwed up and double booked myself. I would be at the Parkway, I think maybe with you in 2 weeks, but I mixed it up, you know. But it's just nice to be back out there doing what we love, and that's like making people laugh in challenging times. You know, I live alone. I live with 4 dogs. 5 dogs now. I just took in that foster. I haven't had a girlfriend in a few years, and I don't see too many people because I'm not getting out that much. So, you know, being here tonight has been a really nice time, and getting up on stage in the ensuing weeks is going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah, it'll be fun.
You can also check out, they're old, but I'm probably the only person in the world that has YouTube videos where I do comedy while skydiving.
Oh, I forgot to send you that link that you could put up for that.
Yeah, they're
So let me ask you this: where can they follow you, and where can they check out those? Can they follow you? Is there anywhere?
No,
Facebook,
I'm
anywhere?
like lame. I'm old. I'm lame. I have a YouTube page with a couple videos of me on stage on YouTube and this comedy skydiving videos.
So would they just go to Brad Ryan on YouTube?
Yough67, Yough, like the river, because I love rafting. YOUGHMAN 67 at Hotmail or at YouTube.
Okay, cool.
And other than that, I'm just on Facebook. Yeah. But
Me too. I've been on shows where after the comedians will tell where you can follow them at, and they're up there for 5 minutes listing all these things, and I just go Facebook.
Yeah. Follow the police blotter in Pittsburgh Post-Gazette.com. I show up there every few weeks.
Exactly. So I got to promote our next podcast is going to be 2 weeks from today, which will be September 22nd. Same bat time, same bat channel, 7 o'clock. And our guest on the next one is going to be Sean McCarthy. She's a very funny comedian, and she will be here on the 22nd. Was there something you wanted to add, Brett?
No, just that sneeze.
Oh, okay.
I think
Well,
Bubby wanted to say something.
Did Bubby want to say something?
Yeah, go ahead, Bub. Guess not.
Well, I don't know about you, but I had a damn good time.
You're a Steeler fan, aren't you?
I am.
The organization took a loss this week.
Oh, yes. I'm glad you brought that up.
And a really good person.
Yeah, it's a damn shame. We lost Tunch Ilkin this past week, and I met him once at the Walk for Life that him and Craig Wolfley did, and he was really nice to me. And from what I understand, everybody that mentions him had the same experience with him. So Pittsburgh lost a great one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was very, very active in his community, in his church. I actually, for a while, my last girlfriend and I attended the church that he attended, and he's just one of those people that nobody could say anything bad about. It's not like he's Antonio Brown or Le'Veon Bell. He was Tunch.
Yeah.
And, Pittsburgh lost a good guy, and he was an amazing broadcaster as well.
Yes.
Knowledgeable, entertaining, and just really good at what he did, and possessing a really good heart.
It's so funny that of all the stuff that I've heard, that everybody's talked about, you hear very little about his actual football career. It's more about what a great guy he was and what a great prophet. But it should be pointed out the dude was a really good football player. He was a damn good tackle for the Steelers for a long time.
There was a move that was passed along that was called the Tunch Punch, an offensive line move.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Craig Wolfley's talked about that. Yep. Yeah, he was good at everything he did. So we're going to end the show on that note. Join us again on the 22nd when Sean McCarthy will be here. How do we do, Todd?
Can I do Evil Bubby?
Yeah, do Evil Bubby.
Yeah, we just offended everybody. Fuck everybody. I'm gonna go home and make some pickles and play with my ducks.
He does all those things.
He's gonna be so mad at me.
That's okay. He's not here to defend himself. It's his own damn
Evil
fault.
Bubby. Maybe that's something we do when he's not here.
I like it. Yes. Well, thanks for joining in. I don't know what I was trying to say. Thanks for joining in. Brad, thanks for coming, man. We really appreciate you having you here.
Thank you. It was really good being had.
That's after the show.
No, thank you. I really enjoyed myself. I appreciate the opportunity.
No problem. Make sure you follow Brad. If he posts something, if he's got a show or something, I will share it on my page. So follow Brad, and thanks for tuning in.